Zayn and the Whispering Shadows. Zayn huddled in the skeleton of a building. The distant rumble a constant, unwanted song. Dust motes danced in the single beam of light slicing through the gloom. He wasn't alone. A pair of amber eyes blinked at him from the shadows. It was a cat, skinny and gray, with one torn ear. Zayn reached into his pocket and pulled out his last treasure, a small, dried piece of bread. He held it out on his flat palm. "Here," he whispered. "You're scared too." The gray cat, whom he named Sabir, which meant patient, became his shadow. Soon, others joined their silent family. A fluffy ginger cat with a loud purr, a sleek black cat who moved like a ghost, and a tiny calico kitten who loved to chase pebbles. They were his secret, his comfort in a world of sharp edges. One evening, the rumbling grew louder, closer. The ground shook, and a cloud of gray dust billowed down the street. Zayn knew they had to leave. "Come on," he urged his feline friends, his voice trembling. "We have to find somewhere safe." He ran through a maze of broken streets, a small boy leading a silent, four-legged parade. Sabir trotted at his heels, the others following, their paws making no sound on the dusty ground. They moved through the twilight, a tiny band of survivors. They found refuge in an abandoned clinic. As Zayn shared a small tin of beans he'd found with the calico kitten, he saw a woman in a white vest watching him from a doorway. She had kind eyes. "You are not alone," she said softly. The woman, a relief worker named Anissa, told him about a convoy leaving for a safe zone in the morning. "They have food there," she said, "and blankets, but we cannot take animals." Zayn's heart fell. He looked at Sabir, who nudged his hand as if he understood. That night, Zayn couldn't sleep. He hugged each of his friends, burying his face in their fur. "I can't leave you," he whispered to the sleeping cats. "You're my family." A tear traced a path through the grime on his cheek. In the morning, as the big white truck rumbled to life, Zayn walked towards it, his heart heavy. But then he saw Anissa. She was holding a large, sturdy carrier. "I spoke to the driver," she said with a smile. "He said there's always room for heroes and their family." As the truck drove away from the broken city, Zayn sat in the back, surrounded by blankets and boxes of aid. Curled on his lap, Sabir purred loudly. The ginger cat, the black cat, and the calico kitten were all safely inside the carrier beside him. For the first time in a long time, Zayn smiled. The road ahead was unknown, but he was not traveling it alone.